Kcep is an institution established through a bilateral instrument between the Kenya government and the Swiss government. We are based in Nanyuki. Kcep main mission is to build capacity to support sustainability in the arid and semi-arid lands of Kenya. And this we do through research and training. And our activities are clustered around 4 main themes. Number 1 is water and land resource management and governance. Second one is on agrarian transformation and rural development. And the third, which is most important and relevant for this program, is the integrated knowledge management, which utilizes, among other tools, GIS and remote sensing to bring together data and information generated from the other themes and give it a spatial interpretation to make sense for planning and project implementation. It is for that reason that the Kcep Cral program nominated Kcep to take responsibility of establishing GIS remote sensing units in the 8 counties where they support activities. These units were supposed also to be equipped and the respective officers capacity built to be able to operate on their own.
GIS and remote sensing, as we call it, GIS-RS, is one of the fields where Kcep has the key competencies which were needed, and they were given the mandate to set up GIS units in each of the 8 implementing counties, train key personnel to manage the units, and also support the county governments in using the units to enhance their capacity to manage natural resource. As we talk today, Kcep completed a baseline survey to establish the GIS potential which existed in the counties, and the findings indicated most of the counties had GIS capacity but only limited to management of land in the Department of Lands. But none of the counties had capacity in GIS to manage natural resource base, which is not exclusively land-based. Kcep undertook a task of setting up the units, identifying the equipment which is needed, procuring the equipment, and training a core team which eventually manages those units even up to today.
Through Kcep Cral support and Kcep, we have a number of officers who have been trained on the GIS and remote sensing technology. We have a total of 9 officers, and we also have 4 managers, among them the County Director, Agriculture. All these officers who have been trained and have received the GIS and remote sensing training are well distributed across the county, and they are always available. And we normally do practicing, we do refresher courses, and we also do training to the other officers in the county who were not able to be trained under Kcep. So far we've trained a total of 30 others in the county. We've trained county technical officers on the GIS and remote sensing technology. We've trained interns and students or attaches who pass through our department on the basic GIS and remote sensing applications.
These officers came to Nanyuki for 3 weeks, where we took them through practice-based training with a lot of practices with the GIS software. We analyzed data, then we also taught them how to download satellite images. We went to the field, learned how to ground truth, and so that they are able to now learn how they can gather data, bring it into the GIS units process, and be able to communicate the messages from those products. We further did data collection field surveys where we involved the trained officers as TOTs. We sat together, developed survey tools. We came up with the questions that we were going to ask the communities, and We use smartphone technology to collect these data sets. They learned how to do the questionnaires, publish them online, and we went to the field. They trained the ward-based officers as enumerators so that they're able to use their smartphones. During the survey, we mapped 8 features, including the Kcep Cral farmer groups. Then we also mapped the demonstration farms where these farmers got to learn various technologies.
And through Kcep Cral project and the support from CETRAD, we've received a number of ICT equipment that are being hosted here in our lab in the county. We've received 2 HP state-of-the-art computers which are equipped with the ArcGIS softwares. We have a plotter that helps us in production of maps and map products. We have 2 HP color printers, and we also have 2 uninterrupted power supply systems that helps us in backups whenever we lose power. And we also have 5 GPS gadgets that we do use when we go out in the field to collect data. We've been able to interact and work with a number of other stakeholders in the county in the applications of the GIS knowledge.
Nimefanya kazi ya extension kwa miaka 9, na katika hii miaka 9 usingeweza kuona uhusiano wa mimea na uhusiano wa maps. Sasa kupitia shirika la Kcep Cral tukapelekwa CETRAD for training, na katika hiyo training tukapata ujuzi, tukapata knowledge na vile ambavyo unaweza kutumia maps katika mambo ya kufundisha wakulima. Tumefundishwa wiki 3, tumefanya refresher course ili hii elimu tuliyopata katika ya GISRS isipotee. Kupitia mafundisho tumeweza kudevelop maps ambazo ni za green gram suitability, cowpea suitability. Wakakubali, maana tulitumia maps kuwaeleza sehemu hii ni nzuri kwa pojo, sehemu hii ni nzuri kwa kunde, na hata hizi maps wenyewe mnaona tumezidevelop na nyinyi. Na wanakikundi wakakubali kupanda pojo, kupanda kunde. Sasa hiyo ni njia moja tumeona GIS imetusaidia katika extension yetu.
The idea behind GIS or spatial tools for natural resource management was to spread beyond agricultural resource applications only in terms of water and also maybe land and agroforestry. And CETRAD and the partners have demonstrated the application of GIS in managing fisheries and beach management, which has come up quite handy, and we really appreciate that.
Mwakamba Beach Management Unit is one of the BMUs. Beach Management Unit is BMUs in short. One of the BMUs we have in Cral County. In Cral County we have 23 of them, and this is one of the landing sites at Cral County. And part of the work that we do is ensure development of fisheries resources and also the fisheries landing sites. I was supported by Kcep Cral to attend a training on GIS and remote sensing, and we have been able to utilize the skills that we gathered from that training in implementing our mandates. For example, in Mwakamba BMU we have 5 subsidiary landing sites. It's important that we get to know where exactly they are at, so that even though anyone wants to know which is the specific location of every subsidiary landing site, they are able to see that. So using the skills that I gathered, I learned using GIS, we have been able to take the coordinates of all those landing sites, and we have maps for that. Secondly, we also get to identify what is the infrastructural development in all those landing sites. For example, which one has electricity connection, which one has cold chain facilities, for example, cold rooms and ice plants, even the freezers. So with the skills that I got, we are able to also develop and collect data, and we can be able to show each of those landing sites that we have mapped, which one is connected to what facilities, which one has proper beach access roads. We have also the mandate of ensuring that we enforce the fisheries law. And at times we have illegal fishing happening. We have fishers who access the resource without fishing licenses. We also have fishers who use vessels that are not registered, and they are required to have a registration certificate. We also need to ensure that those vessels are also seaworthy. We also need to ensure that fish is handled in a hygienic manner. We were able to set up small sites at the landing sites so that they can be vetted, they can do the application there, be vetted, and the licenses issued in due time. So even as a government, when we are planning for our development projects, we are able to see what developments can we give. Can we give them maybe proper handling equipment, for example, cooler boxes? We are able to also see where do we need cold chain facilities, for example, the freezers, and provision of ice. I also have the plan to use Landsat images, even from Sentinel, to be able to show that indeed there has been shoreline erosion. And that is also going to enable us to justify why we need seawalls.
With GIS, one of the objectives of the program is basically to empower the counties sustainably manage their natural resources. This technology, we have identified where we have our water resources, our groups, and even other works that have been done in the counties. So basically this one is a game changer.